Welcome, everybody. You are listening to Bras, Panties and Sports. The second round of the NBA playoffs are wrapping up, and nerves are being frayed. This is Spitface, and we're waiting for the First Lady to join us, Kevvy Kev and DizzieMac over there, bearskin rug, naked. And, one thing about being on that bearskin rug, but DizzieMac being naked is that he don't have to worry about ice. Ice do not be messing with DizzieMac. And I don't know if it's the bearskin rug or the naked, but they leave DizzieMac alone. Of course, you got them shimmy shake girls, so a lot of times, I just be kind of distracted, for some reason, the ice agents say, hey, look, we can put our eyes on, but that's a whole different, conversation. But while we are waiting for, our main people, we're going to continue on. Now, this week on Shout Out, we have performances from Katie Belle. Will she find her shining star or get the whole feel of the mute button? All right, we going. What you saying? Now, each week, we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask. What you saying? Fly, little Betty, fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. The little birdies, known as the Detroit Pistons, which they could fly far, far, far away from a Game 5 loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, Game 5 was arguably one of the bearded ones' best playoff games, literally carrying the Cavaliers to an overtime win. The Cavaliers have a chance to move to the next round with a win at home. Have they ripped the engines out of the Detroit Pistons? Will someone be the X factor on the Pistons and get the win for the Pistons in Game 6? Can James Harden show up and show out for the Cavs to win Game 6? Which team would the Knicks rather face? The Cleveland Cavaliers or the Detroit Pistons? George Foreman, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, both rest in peace. Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones Jr., and our boys, the Steve Miller Band, are asking what you say. I would dare say that, yes, the bearded one had one of his best playoff games, and part of it is that he did not disappear. He actually seemed like he was trying to command and fire his players, his teammates up. And my witnessing of James Harden being here in Houston and seeing him elsewhere has not been one where he took on leadership in a way that had other players play better. But I got to hand it to the bearded one. And he was visibly, I dare say, giving them some fire, giving the team some love, giving them some spirit. And I gotta, say, yay. I gotta say, yay. And, so I gotta give him his props. Now, Detroit, that was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking. And I know there's going to be plenty of people talking about that should have been a foul at the end of the game. Now you can either believe yourself or what the NBA does. The NBA said no. The NBA said no. The refs got it correct. And others say if there is a trip at the end of the game, there's a foul. There's a foul. So And Detroit fans, I know you pissed, you're mad, but I'll put it like this. The Pistons had like points on the Cavaliers and kept letting them catch up, and the thing, if you do not keep your foot on the throat when you got the team down, everybody can play and it ends up not being your day. So, now, and y'all kind of got that look where, really throughout the game where it's like, yeah, we got them down and then Cleveland will come on back up. And it just seems like y'all lost something. Now, I ain't going to say that they done ripped the engines out of the Pistons. I'm not going to say that. But others might. Now, it's going to be a tall task they play this Friday night to see if Harden can actually show up again. But there's, one thing to watch is when you have someone get a taste of what it's like to be a leader, to push your teammates forward and they, feed into that, you tend to keep doing it. So it may have took Harden almost his whole career to get to a point where he might be that kind of leader that gets his team over the hump by getting them boys to do it. Like, some would say, put my ego down. I'm good. I got to make these other boys better. So Harden keep doing it. Harden does that. It's going to be a tough road to hoe for the Detroit Pistons in Game 6. And as far as the X factor, I would say that the X factor for the Pistons to get the win is going to be the refs. And what I mean by that is that are they going to let them play? And on both sides. That's all I'm saying. Now, all right. We still moving and grooving here. All right. So we going to just keep on moving and grooving. Now, let's see here. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers and putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom. Explosion, overpowering over the competition. I'm towering. Wrecking shop when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare, you better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that all get sliced and diced. Competition paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. We're talking about the knockout punch the San Antonio Spurs intend to land on the Timberwolves. That Wembanyama simultaneously put behind him his angry outburst in Game 4 and fired back from it in the most profound way was impressive for a 22-year-old. He had the basketball world's eyes upon him and dialed up his game across the board, offense, defense, style, intensity to 11. Like the scale be 0-10, he did an 11, cross-board 11. Wembanyama hadn't spoken publicly since his banishment from the Target Center Bowl for slamming his right elbow at the Wolves forward Nash Reed's neck in the second quarter that night. He answered primarily with his play, sparking the Spurs with 18 points in the first 12 minutes Tuesday. The Timberwolves are beat up, but they have a shot at home to force a Game 7. If they win Game 6, do the odds shift for them to win the series. Given the way the Spurs have matured during these playoffs, are they a legitimate threat to dethrone the Thunder? Leroy Satupage, Walter Buck Leonard, and James Cool Papa Belle are asking what you're saying. It is, I watch those San Antonio Spurs with up on the Timberwolves. And the Wolves, people was hurt. They hurting on the Wolves. And I'm not from mental, physically. Them boys, they playing with wounded legs and everything else. I got to give it to them. The Timberwolves, them boys is ready. Them some rough riders. When the Timberwolves the Timberwolves, the Spurs, and the Thunder have proven that they are a league above everybody else in the West. They are the ones. And because any one of them could be at the big dinner and win it. And them, the Timberwolves, the Spurs, and the Thunder, the reigning champ. So, but given that, when Wembanyama is demonstrating the one aspect that separates the greats from everybody else, and that one aspect is having other players on your team play better. When you can raise the play of other players, magic happens for you. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, great, but he made everybody else play better. Magic Johnson. My man Magic. Magic was Magic. But he made everybody else better, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Now you having an all-star Hall of Famer who already taught his game step up. You a bad mojo. And you end up, of course, winning championship after championship after championship. And Larry Boyd. I know I'm going back, Isaiah Thomas. All of them got the team to raise up. Steph Curry. Steffi baby. All of them. And I'll say Shea baby. Up in, Oklahoma, he has that aspect too. Everybody plays better. So, but when Wembanyama is 22, he's 22, and he got the skill. And you can see that the whole team rises to the occasion with him. He's got that. He puts that energy out there for that. And you can just see the leadership just mature. It's a beautiful thing. I'm so damn envious of the Spurs, my Chicago Bulls, and my Houston Rockets. Y'all got the Bulls really got some work to do. But I'm like, you lucky so and so. But now I will say that. Because I said the Timberwolves ain't no joke. They have proven. And Wembanyama may have to repeat his performance to win up in Minnesota. He may have to repeat that. Because they ain't going down without a fight. The Timberwolves are not laying down. If they have one toe, if that's all they got to shoot with is that toe will be shooting like a bug. So, as they can do that. And, the Spurs, you can't let up. You can't, because the Timberwolves will find a way. They are that good. And, the Timberwolves, mess around and win the game. Then, as they said, I can't give the odds for them to win the series, but I will say jump ball. Given the way the Spurs have matured during these playoffs, are they a legitimate threat to dethrone the Thunder? Already said it that either the Thunder, the Spurs, the Spurs and the Wolves, but any one of them could win it all. So yes, and the way the Spurs are playing, and the way they matured, oh yeah, they're a legitimate threat to dethrone the Thunder. And the Thunder is playing pretty damn good. But they are. All right. Stay tuned. Up next, we have a performance from Katie Belle on Shout Out Part 1. The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. I can't wait to hear the music from Katie Belle. On Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we give the track a shout out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute. We are featuring music from Katie Belle and her album, The Best You'll Ever Have. They say, a fan of mixed genre music brings liveliness and energy to her original music. Unique, raspy vocals and low range serve as the foundation for productions utilizing indie pop, R&B, and EDM style. Belle's lyrics complement her contemporary sound. Well, I tell you what, let's hear that first track. It's called Symptoms.
When you run your fingers through my hair and you get so close you breathe my air, now I kinda wanna start a war. I know I'll be coming back for more. I got cold sweats, tight chest when you walk in. Obsessed, you're the best, I can't stop it. You're in my system, in my veins like I was bitten. In your chains I'll be a victim. When you're gone I say I miss him, a new religion. On my knees switching positions. One more hit like an addiction. I can't fix, I'm getting symptoms. I'm getting symptoms. Sometimes you really make it hard on me. But with every touch I feel relief. I go back and forth, I'm at your door. The kind of love that can't be cured. Losing sleep and all my inhibitions, but it's thrilling. You're in my system, in my veins like I was bitten. In your chains I'll be a victim. When you're gone I say I miss him, a new religion. On my knees switching positions. One more hit like an addiction. I can't fix, I'm getting symptoms. I'm getting symptoms. Symptoms. I'm getting symptoms. Symptoms. Cold sweats, tight chest. Symptoms. My head's a mess. Symptoms. You get the best. Symptoms. One nothing less. You're in my system, in my veins like I was bitten. In your chains I'll be a victim. When you're gone I say I miss him, a new religion. On my knees switching positions. One more hit like an addiction. I can't fix, I'm getting symptoms. I'm getting symptoms. Symptoms. I'm getting symptoms. Symptoms.
All right. That was Symptoms by Katie Belle. I'm listening to the track. I'm moving and grooving. My man Flipper over here flapping. All right, that's right, Flipper. Okay, all right, so we giving it a shout out. Symptoms is getting a shout out from us. But we gonna see what is on part 2 of Shout Out. Now we'll be featuring another performance from Katie Belle, and we want to see what the girl can do because she was jamming on Symptoms. I got my little pop dance going on. So, speaking of Flipper, but I hear you, Flipper. I hear you. You see, it's smarter than you. And we win, live in a world full of wonder, lying at home, under the sea. All right. It is time for Flip It. While hosts defend the view and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. All right. Anna Cleveland has a decision to make. And we're not talking about the Cavaliers. The Browns have to decide, yes, the Cleveland Browns. We got a little NFL to decide whether Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders will start at QB in 2026. We wonder. The thing, Shedeur is the future, and the Browns know it. He will be the starter. I look at the situation with Deshaun Watson and the situation with Shedeur Sanders, and in some ways, I'm a little sympathetic to Shedeur Sanders. Now, he don't need any sympathy. I say I'm sympathetic in the sense that both of them own the Cleveland Browns. That's where I'm like, God, I don't wish the Cleveland Browns on any quarterback because unfortunately it's like with the Chicago Bears, place where quarterbacks go to die. But hey, Chicago, we got us a quarterback, okay, and an organization that's gonna let him thrive. So I got my little plug in for the Bears. But the Browns have yet to prove themselves. Perhaps the worst outcome of the deal, because I won't say the worst deal. The deal on the surface seemed good. I mean, there was some yucky parts to it, but it had more to do with, I won't say the talent, but the persona. And all that stuff with Deshaun Watson. There was like that yuck factor. But his play, it's been like it seems like it's been like 10 years that he's been on the roster. And when he hasn't been hurt, tied up in legal matters, when have you seen him play? And the man got paid. Paid. Now, this is it. The final year of the contract. After this, you can wash your hands of Deshaun Watson and move on. Well, don't wait. Move on now. Your future is going to ride with a young quarterback. A quarterback of the future that you could groom. You already have Shedeur in your system. He's already getting the experience. The brother can play. And since you didn't draft a quarterback, number one, you got your start. So now I know there's some temptation to see what Deshaun can do. He's had it, but you look at his experience. It's like been a while. It's been a while. That now maybe he will burst upon the scene with like he's been on the shelf, dust him off. He's the $6 million man with a $600 million man for which all are paid. But that's either way it goes. Whether the skills are there. Okay, if they are there, maybe you could actually trade him and get something. But Shador is your future. You need to be grooming that young quarterback of the future to be the permanent starter. And unless y'all going to draft a number one, right now, this is the year you want to get Shador the full control to see what he can do and to see if you got that man, under a rookie contract. But, we have to flip the script. This is flip it. The Browns need to find out if they can get anything for the hundreds of millions they spent on Deshaun. He will be the starter. They can, this is the final year of Deshaun Watson's contract. And you got Shador Sanders. And yes, you can groom Shador to start. But you can also look at it as, the Cavs haven't shown that they're going to be able to protect Shador, that they're really going to have a team that will help the young quarterback grow. J.J. McCarthy in Minnesota, he got to play with a good team so that mistakes, risks he could take, he could kind of learn and grow from that. And that's what Shador was starting to get. But you got this guy you just spent a fortune on, and you to get any value, you're going to have to let him play. To get anything in a trade, anything in return, you're going to have to let him play so that other people in the league can see that. Now, fortunately, if he can come anywhere near the level of play he was expected to have, given ring rust and injuries, he could stay healthy. There's a good shot that he's going to play well, and that'd be good for Cleveland. And it'll be good for Shador because some of that pressure will be off of him. And instead of being thrown to the wolves like he was last season, he'll actually be able to grow, get some tutelage under the new regime. And when they get rid of Deshaun, when Deshaun goes, it'll be Shador's game. And if Deshaun doesn't turn out, you got Shador ready to insert into it. So, the hundreds of millions, Deshaun Watson will be the starter. All right. We're going to have a little more flipping. And, speaking of of JJ, the Minnesota Vikings snatched Kyler Murray when he became available and added him to the roster. JJ McCarthy played well, but he's still fresh. His rookie season, he came back next season, did pretty good. But hey, he's still fresh. Now, we wonder who will be the Vikings starter in 2026. If JJ can play and has good vibes with the team, he will remain the starter. Now, you bring in Kyler Murray, a proven veteran with skill, and a high ceiling. And you have J.J. McCarthy, who, to me, this would be like his real second season. So the first season, injury, he got to play last year, a little touch and go, but showed that he can play. He's in this league. He can be the future. But you got a guy, and Kyler Murray, who was like, hey, I done started. I done won some games. I done put up some big stats. But you got to look at the chemistry. And JJ has good vibes with the team. and it's more the chemistry. They like playing with JJ. The receivers like playing with JJ. They have fun. And, I know it's the pros and, do your job and all of that, but you ain't doing your job if you don't enjoy it. Yes, yes, I'm doing my job, but people ain't robots. These players ain't robots out there. And when they got a teammate that they like, that they want to play with, want to win, that makes a difference for everybody. So, there's that old saying, don't rock the boat, baby. You got your starter. Anything happen to him, Kyler Murray right there. And is he an expensive backup? No, he's an important backup because JJ can get hurt. Things happen. You get toward the end of the season, your starter, twist his ankle, whatever, that's out. You need somebody at Kyler Murray's level who can get you and take you all the way. So good move, but JJ got to start. Now, this is flipping. Well, we flip the script. That's right. Defend the opposing view. Kyler Murray has experience and proven skills. Sorry, JJ, you'll be riding the bench for a little while. Kyler will be starting. Let's just face it. They jumped on Kyler Murray, one, because he was available and they could get him, but two, because they're like, he can start right now. That learning curve that JJ needs to go through, he can be like Aaron Rodgers, sit his ass on the bench and watch him grow, and knowing he's going to be the star. He's going to be the future starter for that team. It may not be this year. It might be 2 years down the road. It might be the middle of the season, but here is how you got to go. You got to go with the proven talent. You're not bringing Kyler Murray in here so that he can ride the time. You're not doing that. You brought Kyler Murray in so that you can win now. You have a win now team, a team win now. And right now, if you can get somebody proven, a Kyler Murray, to stabilize that offense with the weapons you got, you got to do it. You got to do it. Sorry, JJ. Okay, that's the end of Flipping for this week. We're going to take us a quick break. Now, on the other side of the break, we have another performance from Katie Belle on Shout Out Part 2. Please keep your ears glued to those speakers. Welcome back. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from the crew. Now, on the second part of shout out, we are featuring another track from Katie Belle, and that's Katie Belle, Belle, and her album, The Best You'll Ever Have. Let's go ahead and hear the title track, The Best You'll Ever Have.
Arms, I was yours, I was wrong, so in love, and I try to hang on closer to you. Hold my breath, count to 10, let it out, breathe it in. I'm not fine, and we're only getting older. Thought I didn't mean it when I told you I was leaving. I know, had to see it to believe it. Now I guess we're finally even as you watch me go. You messed it up, I don't know what you were doing. Out of love said I'm not enough. But the truth is I'm the best you'll ever have. It's pretty sad how you took my love for granted. It's too bad that this isn't how you planned it. Kind of glad, cause I know that you can't stand it. I'm the best you'll ever have. Look me in my eyes and say you couldn't have done more. Lying should be easy. You're not man enough to cut me off. Push me to my limits, so I go. You messed it up. I don't know what you were doing. Out of luck. Look at how you put me through it. Said I'm not enough. But the truth is I'm the best you'll ever have. It's pretty sad how you took my love for granted. It's so bad that this isn't how you planned it. Kind of glad, cause I know that you can't stand it. I'm the best you'll ever have.
All right, that was Katie Belle. The name of the track is The Best You'll Ever Have. I done heard that. This is the best you done ever had. Well, I'm giving the track a shout out, and that completes shout out for this week. You can check out Katie Belle on the Old Grumpy Radio Network. If you would like to be heard or have any comments, please send your emails and tracks to talent@oldgrumpyradio.com. The NBA hardwood picks are coming at the start of the NBA conference finals, which can be this Sunday, as early as this Sunday. That's right. Now, the top story I'm watching this week is if the Pistons lose, who will get the blame or be fired? I'll be eagle-eyed. Is somebody gonna get the axe? Now, check out our current and previous episodes at Bras, Panties and Sports.com. You have been listening. I'm Spitface, and this is a Cheryl Smith, First Lady of Sports Talk production. Shout out to Kevvy Kev, DizzieMac, and Baskin. Well, Chili Shake Girls. See you next week.